At the very bottom of Earth lies Antarctica, the iciest and most forbidding continent on the planet. Spanning more than 5 million square miles, it is blanketed by ice sheets over a mile thick. Average temperatures hover around -49 degrees Fahrenheit, while powerful winds can surge past 100 miles per hour. Today, the only residents of this frozen wilderness are scientists living in isolated research stations. For decades, geologists agreed that no ancient civilization could have survived Antarctica's brutal climate. Yet in 2016, satellite scans revealed a mysterious structure peeking through the ice, what some speculate may be a massive pyramid. Hi everyone. I'm here to talk about the discovery of the lost pyramid hidden under the ice of Antarctica. But before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe. Now let's begin. Andrew Collins. Lately, reports have surfaced of enormous pyramids in Antarctica. They rise above the snow with astonishing symmetry, resembling those in Egypt, only larger, far larger than the Great Pyramid itself. One of them is said to rest on a base that measures 2 kilometers across on each side. Could this mean that early humans once reached Antarctica and perhaps even built settlements there? William Shatner, voiceover, a man-made pyramid hidden beneath the Antarctic ice? If such a claim is true, it sparks urgent questions. Who could have constructed it? When was it created? And how was it possible? Geologists estimate that during the last ice age, sea levels dropped by about 400 feet. As a result, a vast landmass known as West Arctica connected South America and Antarctica. This would have been the only way people could have accessed the continent. However, evidence suggests that this happened after the supposed construction of the pyramids. Therefore, another theory proposes that the pyramids were created by an advanced alien civilization. Perhaps they once had a much warmer climate, allowing life to flourish there. But what do the facts tell us? We know from various sources that ancient civilizations knew more about our world than we give them credit for. For example, the Greeks knew about the existence of other continents, and the Egyptians kept records of the annual flooding of the Nile. Some believe that long ago, when the North Pole was located where the South Pole is now, people could have easily traveled to Antarctica. The main issue with this hypothesis is that it lacks concrete proof. We have no written accounts or physical relics from ancient Antarctica, if it ever existed. But what if someone already discovered these artifacts and deliberately concealed their findings? After all, why wouldn't they share such a significant discovery with the world? What if the reason is money? There have been many explorers seeking fame and fortune by finding remnants of ancient civilizations. It is not inconceivable that someone found something that shouldn't have been there, but out of self-interest, chose to keep it secret. Additionally, it is entirely possible that ancient people lived in Antarctica. Considering the vastness of our planet and the numerous undiscovered mysteries, anything is possible. However, science currently offers no direct evidence of ancient pyramids in Antarctica. Nonetheless, new discoveries suggest that the continent was once inhabited by humans. In 2019, a team led by British geologist Eric Rignot found traces of ancient footprints in Antarctica. Surprisingly, they were made by both humans and a species of elephant-like creature called a mulla mola, which resembles a woolly mammoth. What makes this finding even more perplexing is that the tracks date back 70 million years. This poses a significant challenge to established theories because it implies that Antarctica was once part of a supercontinent called Gondwanaland. It also included South America, Africa, Australia, and the Indian subcontinent. Scientists predict that Gondwana broke apart between 135 million and 80 million years ago. Thus, the idea that humans and mulla mola coexisted in Antarctica remains highly speculative. The fact that scientists continue to make new discoveries in Antarctica fuels speculation about whether ancient people built the pyramids. But we must consider another possibility. Pyramids are typically associated with ancient Egyptian culture. Yet evidence of similar structures has been found in various parts of the world, including China, India, South America, and beyond. These sites often predate Egyptian pyramids by thousands of years. So how did these cultures independently develop such similar architectural styles? Some theorists propose that advanced civilizations from elsewhere constructed these pyramids, leaving behind legacies of their ingenuity across the globe. However, this idea lacks strong support from mainstream archaeologists. Another intriguing question is how early humans managed to spread so rapidly across the globe. The prevailing theory among scientists is that modern humans emerged in Africa around 300,000 years ago, and then migrated to other regions, replacing existing human species along the way. However, recent studies have challenged this perspective. Genetic analyses indicate that humans interbred with Neanderthals and Denisovans to ancient human species. Moreover, genetic mutations responsible for certain traits arose in multiple human populations, suggesting that modern humans may have originated simultaneously in different parts of the world rather than just Africa. And speaking of genetic mutations, one gene mutation seems to hold clues to understanding Antarctica's potential role in human history. This mutation enables the production of brown eyes, which evolved independently several times in different human populations. Scientists theorize that brown eyes first appeared between 600 and 1,000 years ago in the Middle East, and then again, about 30,000 years later in East Asia. Intriguingly, the DNA linked to brown eyes has also been found in modern Polynesians, suggesting that they may have descended from a single ancestral population with brown eyes. Some researchers speculate that this group split into multiple populations and eventually gave rise to modern humans around the world. What's more, this would imply that the Polynesians are among the oldest human populations, possibly dating back 50,000 years. This aligns with Polynesian legends that mention journeys to distant lands, potentially referring to Antarctica. The presence of the same genetic mutation in various human populations worldwide hints at a shared ancestral heritage. This shared ancestry could point to a time when humans lived across the globe, including Antarctica. The isolation of the continent might have led to genetic changes, contributing to the unique traits of present-day Polynesians and other populations. Could there have been ancient trade routes connecting the Americas and Antarctica? Evidence from marine sediment cores shows that humans may have traveled to Antarctica via Westarctica. These tiny creatures left behind fragments of their shells in layers of mud at the bottom of the ocean. By analyzing the age of these shells, scientists estimated that Westarctica had already been separated from mainland Antarctica for 2,000 years by the time these small mollusks went extinct. This finding suggests that Westarctica remained ice-free in plant and animal life until about 10,000 years ago, offering a potential window for human habitation. Scientists are unsure how long these ancient societies flourished in Antarctica, but their existence raises questions about the development of primitive technology. After all, how did these groups build their tools? Did they use rudimentary stone tools, advanced alloys, or even alien technology? Perhaps future discoveries will shed light on these questions. But for now, let's turn our attention to another intriguing aspect of Antarctica's past. During the Pleistocene epoch, the continent experienced a remarkable shift in temperature. Researchers analyzed oxygen isotope ratios trapped in ancient Antarctic ice, revealing that temperatures suddenly rose by 36 degrees Fahrenheit about 130,000 years ago. This abrupt change persisted for 200 years, causing a rapid melting of ice and rising global sea levels. While the cause of this sudden warming remains uncertain, some speculate that volcanic eruptions or shifts in Earth's orbit may have played a role. What's more, there is evidence of similar rapid climate shifts, occurring every 1,000 to 2,000 years in the Holocene epoch. These findings challenge the notion that climate change is a gradual process and instead suggest that drastic shifts can occur rapidly. The evidence pointing to Antarctica's diverse landscapes in the past is compelling. How could a continent covered in ice today have supported rainforests, elephants, and even pyramids in prehistoric times? Some argue that NASA's satellite images of Antarctica show undeniable signs of pyramids. Proponents claim that these structures align with those found in Egypt and other parts of the world. However, skeptics contend that the observed formations are natural ice formations or man-made structures from modern research stations. Unfortunately, access to Antarctica is strictly regulated, limiting independent investigations into these alleged pyramids. Scientists have discovered that large ice shelves in Antarctica are breaking off at alarming rates, potentially altering global weather patterns and sea levels. This phenomenon raises concerns about the stability of the entire continent's ice sheet and its implications for humanity. In conclusion, while scientific consensus holds that Antarctica has been uninhabitable for most of its existence, new findings suggest otherwise. From the presence of ancient human footprints and Malamola tracks to the discovery of ice-free areas in the Pleistocene epoch, evidence points to a dynamic and diverse history for the continent. The existence of potential pyramids in Antarctica further fuels speculation about ancient civilizations and their potential reach. However, without unrestricted access to the continent and more robust evidence, definitive conclusions remain elusive. The mysteries of Antarctica beckon, promising profound insights into Earth's past if we can unravel them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments what you thought about it and what else you'd like to learn about. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. See you next time.